Hello and welcome back. Now, the coronavirus pandemic is putting diplomatic relations to the test. On Friday, the International Relations Minister Naledi Pandor confirmed that there are still thousands of tourists in the country. So, how does government step in without damaging relations? Dr. Oscar van Heerden joins us. He is an author and a political commentator via Skype. Oscar, thank you so much for talking to us today. We had a case yesterday of a group of German tourists being driven around for 12 hours here in Gauteng to find a testing site. We do live in extraordinary times, but as I've just mentioned in my introduction, diplomacy can come under strain. We need to be careful, don't we?
Absolutely. Thanks, Jeremy. We do need to be careful. Fortunately, with most of the European countries, it's a little bit easier in terms of management, I would imagine, for the South African government, simply because here you have ordinarily a group of tourists or visitors that have got medical insurance, that have travel insurance, and it's really a question of, one, are they sick to the extent that they require immediate medical assistance here and now in terms of being quarantined, or are there arrangements being made to actually get them out of the country back to their homes? I am under the impression, or I'm made to understand, that the German embassy has been in consultation with government to arrange for a flight or a few flights, depending on the numbers, to actually get German nationals out. So we're very fortunate from that sense. Of course, there are those countries on the continent and further afield that can't necessarily have those kinds of measures, and there we as a country do need to take care of our foreign visitors and our foreign nationals in the very same way as we would our own citizens.
And for a country where xenophobia is often a problem, Oscar van Heerden, this puts more responsibility on us as citizens to do exactly the same thing.
Absolutely, Jeremy. I mean, I can't stress the point, and I'm sure your viewers will agree, that now is not the time to try and do what Trump does, which is to try and blame, to try and point fingers, to want to say that resources are already stressed and therefore, why should we look after foreign nationals? This is not the time for xenophobia. This is a time where we all need to be united as a human race. And as South Africans, we need to take care of fellow Africans that are here, that are in the same predicament as we are. And quite frankly, the disease and the virus don't discriminate. And so, social distancing, sticking to the rules in terms of the lockdown, these are all things that apply to all of us. And I can only but appeal to South Africans that now is not the time to have racist and or xenophobic.
Well, in fact, what you've written about in the past is that we need to develop a more world view. You say our parochial views about the country will lead to our collective depression. You go on to say it's time we took a more global perspective and realize that there are crises everywhere. So this is also a good time for us to learn, possibly.
Absolutely, Jeremy. I mean, I think that sometimes, far too often, as South Africans, we think we are unique, we are special. The kinds of problems that we are dealing with, the kinds of challenges that we are facing, albeit it race or in terms of the economy, are special and unique. And in fact, it's not. There are many, many countries in the world that are experiencing similar challenges, and we do need to understand that we are a citizen of the globe, that we are a member of the African continent, and that our fellow brothers and sisters go through exactly some of the same challenges that we go through. We welcome many of them in South Africa precisely because there is huge levels of poverty, unemployment, and so on in their respective countries. And so this is a time where we look and have a broader view. This virus is global. It is airborne in the sense that it is traveling at great speeds with airlines, with trains, and so forth. And so it is affecting the entire world, and we need to stand together if we want to defeat, as the President says, this invisible enemy.
If we're going to stand together, Dr. van Heerden, it also says that we have to have critical leadership. So how should we be assessing and judging world leaders right now? It would seem that so far we're not doing too badly. We've had a very measured, responsible and calm response from the South African government.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jeremy. I mean, kudos to Ramaphosa. He's really demonstrated immense leadership during this crisis. If in comparison to President Trump from the USA, who simply is seemingly in a state of denial, is requesting that all will be well soon and we must all go back to work because it's about the economy and getting the economy going. Boris Johnson, who now, as you know, has also been tested positive with the coronavirus, was talking war. This is a situation of war. We all need to be enlisted. This is the language that he is using. And so I think comparatively, it's President Ramaphosa really comes out tops in terms of a measured, considered, taking the nation into his confidence, sharing with us, keeping us up to date, and so on. So now, more than ever, during the lockdown, it is us as citizens that must play our part.